looking, whenever you start something, you must see the big picture. What was in the mind of the founder when he created the system? What was in the mind of the founder when he created a system? And is there much more than anything else? Is he very clear with what he wanted? If you can feel what the founder felt when he created a system, and you will see what the founder saw. And what I felt when I met the founder, I converted into a system. And I'm going to go through that system first for you to understand the wholeness of this immunity. Look at the word community, unity first. The word unity, community, and immunity. Unity, community, and immunity. When you have the unity right, the community right, immunity right, then you have serenity, guys. Today, we are not having simplicity in life because we don't have all this in the right way. Life has become too complex for us. We have lost the simple way of life. Okay? That is what we are trying to bring back now. And God has given us an avenue now to meet. We cannot meet the body level because of Corona, even in Malaysia, even in the close friends that we know here in Malaysia. And if we cannot meet in Malaysia, then we cannot definitely meet anyone outside of Malaysia. We cannot physically meet anyone in the world, but Zoom has taken us to another level of meeting where when we meet there, we don't see race, we don't see color, we don't see religion. I don't even worry, I don't even bother who's sitting in front of me. I give the very best as though the Creator is sitting in front of me. If I go to church, if I'm a Christian, I go to church. If I'm a Muslim, I go to the mosque. If I go to Hindu, I go to the temple. If I'm Buddhist, I go to the Buddhist temple. If I'm a Jew, I go to the synagogue. Wherever I go, if I'm praying to the guy up there, that's what I'll be doing when I'm talking in Zoom now. It doesn't really matter who sits in front of me. For me, there is a soul that's listening to me, and I must give the very best to the soul. And that's what they meant by love thy neighbor. The neighbor must be a soul energy right in front of you. And the soul can be in human form, animal form, or plant form, any form. The more you give, the more you receive. The more you give your joy to the plants will give you back vibration, guys. The more you give vibration to the forest and the trees, they will give you back vibration. The more you give to the animals, animals will give you back vibration. The more you give to humans, humans will give you vibration. Today, what's happening now? We have forgotten all that. And that is the reason maybe the pandemic happened for us to go into another academic. Go within, go within, go within. And that's why in Dominator, we say, go win Dominator. That means go within Dominator. Go within Dominator. So this is the most important thing that you need to see. And I'm going to call Chariot Nick. He was one of the first person outside of Malaysia who saw this particular system, SLWC Global System. And when he came with a troop of people from Kenya, and they had a half a day session with us. And I still remember how they were enthusiastic they were, and like first time hearing something new. So I'm going to ask him what was his feeling when he heard the first time. And this will be the feeling you should have when you're listening to these guys. Okay. Whenever you tell your mind, oh, I know this, I know this. The moment you tell that, your mind big mental block, and your soul is not going to get anything. When your soul doesn't absorb anything that you give through your mind, then you cannot win in business, guy. I win in anything in life. All right. So Nick, Dr. Nick Chorake, you can share now, sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. Maha, for this powerful Friday coaching session. I'm super much excited. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm one of the products that Superlife has become a blessing to me since the first day I became a member of this organization. And it's now a year plus since we have been Zooming, and I've been really learning a lot from our coach, Master Dr. Maha, who has been a very big source of inspiration. One thing I really learned about Superlife opportunity, this is more than a business, it's a blessing to us, an opportunity that has come to help us impact our health and also to give us a platform to help grow ourselves to become the people that God had created us in this world. Today, Superlife has given me a platform to build business in more than 18 countries across the globe, something that I never knew. Even apart from my profession as a health personnel working in a hospital, I never knew that one day Superlife, I'll be meeting an opportunity that is going to help me to build my business from the comfort of my home. And I'm so much grateful for Superlife. Apart from just making money, the beauty about our business, helping people, see people change their life in terms of their health, their financial status, their personal development. And I can say for sure, Superlife has become a blessing. I never knew that one day I will be in Malaysia, the head office of Superlife, where I went and met Dr. Maha. He has become a source of inspiration. There's one of the photos that I took with him when I was in Malaysia in 2019. It keeps reminding me if a father like Dr. Maha, now at 59 years of age, can still do this business, have the same vision of empowering people's life. As young as I am, I believe by the time I'll be getting to the age of Dr. Maha, I know we'll have changed so many millions of people across the globe. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's take this business opportunity very seriously and make use of it to empower as many souls as possible. Remember, Dr. Maha normally reminds us every single day, we are not here to sell products. These products are for us to consume. The moment you use a product, you become a testimony by yourself. People will want to be associated with what you're doing, what you're using. And I can tell you for sure, our products are working. The compensation plan is super. And I believe, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter where you are. So long as you're committed and you're ready to learn, this is the best platform for us to grow and become a success. I'm so grateful that I'll be among the delegates going to Dubai next year, in May next year. And I believe each one of us has equal opportunity for us to grow. Apart from using the product, I'm also a testimony of what this product can do. And being a health professional, I've managed to share this product to my friends, to my family members, and they keep testifying of what the product can do. So thank you very much, Dr. Ma, for your always commitment to every week you teach us new ideas, new strategies, and it has really helped us to build our business. And I believe in the next 5 years from today, we'll be very far. And I believe everybody, especially those who are consistent every day learning and attending our Zoom meetings every single day, wanting to learn new skills, I believe everybody is a candidate of success. Thank you very much, Dr. Maha.
Thank you, Nick. Okay, guys, now I'm ready to rock with y'all. And today we are going to talk about wellness awareness. Okay, so what he said is very important. I'm already, somebody asked me to give permission to record. Yes, you can record. I'm also recording. Once I record, it will be in the YouTube, and y'all can access to my YouTube link and to get the access also. Okay, so everything, I'm very transparent in what I do because nothing belongs to me. Everything belongs to a creator. Okay, nothing is here is mine. It's all the creators. And so creators given us such a powerful tool for us to come out from this doldrums, this problem that we are having now. Today, Malaysia case of COVID-19 today is 15,000 plus. So it's not reducing, it's increasing. So I'm going to, today's coaching session is Superlife Wellness Awareness Care. You see, Superlife has got Superlife Wealth Creation, and under the wealth creation, we got wellness awareness. Wellness awareness is all about knowing about your own wellness, guys. Wellness is not sickness. Wellness is you're having a wholeness in terms of your wealth. First wealth is your health. That's why in 2017, when we created SLWC Global System, we said, my health is my wealth. Then now we know with the COVID-19, yes, health is very important, but money is also important. So my health is my wealth is my family's health. How wealthy I am, that's how my family is going to become healthy. Okay. Next is we need to have personal development. Today, people who don't have personal development, who don't find the leader in them, they are the ones who have the fear. Where there is fear, there can never be love. Where there is love, there should not be fear at all. And this fear factor is the one that's causing a lot of problem to us because we don't know who we are. And we are always dependent on somebody and something else for our confidence, guys. There is a saying, know the truth and the truth shall set you free. In fact, look at the word, know the truth. Know the truth, you must know it thyself. You must know your own truth, who you are. So the personal development here is very powerful. Wealth, I call it another wealth that you gain. And the other one is friends. You see, Nick is from, Suresh is from Kenya. Then I had Arun Kumar from Philippines just now. And then I tried to connect with Dr. Akbar from India, then Mr. Andre from Angola. Just this nanoseconds, I can connect to so many people. And today I have 150 of you listening from various parts of the world. All this is only because of the system we have now. So SLWC Global System gives you a complete wellness care. And now, today we are focusing on immune system, guys. This is very, very, very important. This morning, I had the news that I shared in our group, but the news was in Malay from our local television. They say the WHO has already said you have to accept Corona. Corona is going to be with us for a very long time. So we need to learn how to be with it. Actually, to be with it is not very difficult. Our ancient people knew how to live with it. Because Corona is not new, guys. Corona is 55 million years old. Okay, 55 million years old. That's how the age of this microscope world. We have the microcosm, then we have the plant kingdom, then we have the animal kingdom, we have the human kingdom. And we are supposed to be the king of the souls, king of this kingdom. We are supposed to be co-creators. So we are supposed to learn to live in balance with all of them. But lately, something has gone haywire in the balance. That's why we're having these problems, guys. So immune system is something God gave us for us to protect ourselves and for us to live with the other kingdoms. So today we are going to focus on that. And I'm going to play one video for you to understand what this is all about. Please allow me to play this video. The video is a powerful video from YouTube. So just a 15 minutes video on understanding what immunity is. And then after that, we'll come and interact. And I'm going to tell you how SIC is going to help. In fact, how STC30 is going to help you first. All right. So let us watch this video. And then we start.
Hi, this is Tom from ZeroToFinals.com. This video was designed to give an overview of immunology, so that you understand all the basic features of the immune system. It will also help you to return to this video once you've already learnt the details, so that you can again fit those details back into the bigger picture about how the immune system works. The immune system can be categorized into the innate immune system and the specific immune system. The innate immune system consists of the components that are already at the location of the infection and respond immediately with a generalized response. The specific immune system involves specialized T and B cells that are waiting in places away from the site of infection, and then when they're activated, they launch a specialized system that fights the specific invading pathogen. The specific immune system takes a little while longer to recognize the infection, particularly when a pathogen is invading the body for the first time. So in this video we're going to cover both of these systems, and also talk about a system called the complement system that works alongside the innate and specific immune systems. Let's look at what happens when a pathogen invades the body. Initially, there are physical barriers that need to be broken before an infection can take place. The skin is an example of one of these barriers. Most invaders will get stuck at this barrier. However, occasionally an invading pathogen will get through, such as when there's a cut in the skin. As well as the skin, there's other physical barriers, such as the mucosa of the respiratory system, the gastrointestinal tract, and the urinary tract. There are also chemical barriers that help destroy harmful pathogens before they can cause any infection, such as the hydrochloric acid in the stomach, lysozyme in sweat and tears, and lactic acid in the vagina. Let's look at the initial responses of the immune system once an invading pathogen has broken through the physical and chemical barriers to infection. 3 things happen. Number 1, macrophages recognize the pathogen and activate the innate immune system. Number 2, dendritic cells pick up antigens from the pathogen and then head off in the blood and lymphatic systems to track down the relevant T and B cells of the specific immune system and activate them. And number 3, the invading pathogen activates the complement system directly via the lectin pathway and the alternative pathway, and we'll talk a bit more on those later. First, let's look at how the innate immune system provides an immediate response to infection. The first to respond are the macrophages. They recognize pathogens by specific characteristics that occur on pathogens but don't occur on cells of the body. These characteristics are called pathogen-associated molecular patterns, or PAMPs. They recognize PAMPs using various receptor types, including toll-like receptors. At this point, I need to talk briefly about a process called phagocytosis. Now, phagocytosis is the process that macrophages and other phagocytes like neutrophils use in order to destroy pathogens. So what happens is, once they've recognized the pathogen, they start to wrap their cell membrane around that pathogen and absorb them to inside their cell. The pathogen is then left inside something called a phagosome, and this phagosome fuses with surrounding lysosomes that provide digestive enzymes that then break down that pathogen, destroying it, and also processing all of the components into harmless waste products. If the invading pathogens are harmless enough that the macrophages can deal with them alone, then they're cleared and it goes no further. If the attacking army is too great, the macrophages need help, so they release cytokines, which are signaling proteins, sort of like local hormones, that sound the alarm of an infection in the local area. This leads to a process called inflammation. One of the most important actions of these cytokines is to recruit and activate more cells of the immune system, such as macrophages, monocytes, and neutrophils. Monocytes are precursors to macrophages that float around in the blood. Once they enter tissues, they differentiate into macrophages and can then carry out all the processes that macrophages normally carry out. Neutrophils are another type of phagocyte that circulate in the blood and can enter the tissues and help by destroying invading pathogens. The inflammatory response also involves a number of other processes that help to contain and fight the infection. These are vasodilation, increased vascular permeability, mast cell activation and degranulation, releasing more cytokines that further stimulate the inflammatory response, activation of the clotting system, and activation of the kinin system.
Well, you may not be able to fix the whole world, but at least you can fix yourself.
Inflammation itself actually stimulates macrophages and neutrophils to secrete more cytokines, notably chemicals called interleukins. This is known as the acute phase response, and it leads to a more systemic inflammatory response. This involves sending cytokines, specifically interleukin-1, to the brain to tell it to produce a fever that leads to high temperatures that are poorly tolerated by many pathogens, and cause reduced appetite and lethargy so that the person conserves more energy that can be used to fight the infection. It also involves sending interleukin-6 to the liver to produce acute phase protein that act as something called opsonins. And remember this word because we'll talk about opsonins in a minute. Additionally, interleukin-8 is released that recruits and activates more neutrophils. Interleukin-2 and 12 activate natural killer cells, and tumor necrosis factor alpha is released that does all of these effects by itself. As I just mentioned, I want to take a quick look at opsonins, as these are very important in the immune system. Opsonins are complex molecules that attach themselves to pathogens and make it easier for macrophages and neutrophils to recognize and phagocytose that pathogen. I think of them a bit like a fork that spears the pathogen so that macrophage can attach to the other end of the fork and then use it to eat the pathogen. An example of an opsonin that you may have heard of is C-reactive protein, or CRP. CRP is produced by the liver in response to interleukin-6, and we actually measure the level of CRP in our patients to assess how much inflammation there is in the body, and it can be a really good indicator of the severity of the infection that our patient is suffering with. So that summarizes the innate immune system, a generalized system that recognizes and responds to an invading pathogen by causing an inflammatory response and recruiting cells that destroy the pathogens by phagocytosis. Next, let's look briefly at the complement system. The complement system works alongside the innate and the specific immune system to help them destroy pathogens. This involves a series of complement proteins, labeled C1 to C9. Once the complement system is triggered, the proteins start to activate each other in something called the complement cascade. Various products of the complement cascade have important functions such as acting as opsonins, triggering further inflammation, and directly attacking and destroying the pathogens. The complement system is triggered in one of three ways. The lectin and the alternative pathway are activated directly by pathogens, and the classical pathway is activated by antibody-antigen complexes that arise from the specific immune system. And that brings us nicely onto looking at the function of the specific immune system. The specific immune system involves two characters, the T and the B cells, and these are both types of lymphocyte. They are free to float around the lymphatic system and the blood, but they spend most of their time in the lymph node and the mucosa-associated lymphoid tissue. Think of these lymphoid tissues as army barracks that are full of soldiers that are all sat around waiting to get word of an enemy that they've specifically been trained to fight. Each pathogen has molecules that are unique to them. They're known as antigens. Each T cell has T cell receptors that are specific to a single type of antigen. B cells have antibodies on their cell membrane that, just like T cell receptors, are specific to a single type of antigen. The result is there's millions of different T and B cells that are all specific to a single type of antigen. When a new pathogen arrives and causes an infection, the T and B cells that are specific to that pathogen need to be alerted. The trouble is they're sat in lymphatic tissue such as lymph nodes while the infection is happening somewhere completely different. This is where the dendritic cell comes in. These cells are like messengers and they pick up the antigens at the site of the invasion, display them on their cell surface, and then bring them through the blood and lymphatic system into the lymphatic tissue. When they're there, all the T and B cells have a look at the antigen and see whether they recognize it. When the T and B cells are found that are specific to that antigen, those cells become activated. So the specific immune response starts with the dendritic cell, presenting the antigens on their HLA class II molecules to the CD4 cells. These CD4 cells, which are a type of T cell, then proliferate and become T helper cells. The T helper cells present antigens on their HLA class I molecule that can be recognized by CD8 cells, another type of T cell. They also secrete cytokines that are responsible for making the CD8 cells proliferate and differentiate into cytotoxic T cells. These T helper cells also release cytokines that stimulate B cells to proliferate and differentiate into plasma cells that can release large quantities of antibodies, and memory B cells that hang around as part of the immune memory to respond quickly in future infections with that specific pathogen. The T helper cells also travel to areas of infection and secrete cytokines that help to recruit monocytes and macrophages to the infected tissue and activate the macrophages to cause inflammation and start the process of phagocytosis. Cytotoxic T cells are responsible for killing cells that have been infected by pathogens, such as virally infected cells. To do this, they need to attach themselves to the infected cell via the T cell receptor and the HLA class I molecule expressing the relevant antigen protein on the infected cell. Once they're attached to the virally infected cell, they have two killing mechanisms that they can choose from. The first is called granule exocytosis, where they basically spray the infected cell with enzymes that destroy the membrane and lead to cell lysis and cell death. The second is they can activate the fast molecule. The fast molecule is like a self-destruct switch that once it's activated, it causes the cell to undergo apoptosis. Plasma cells and antibodies are an essential part of the specific immune system. Plasma cells are B cells that have differentiated and become antibody-producing cells, and their job is to produce tons of antibodies that are specific to the invading pathogen. These antibodies are proteins that are shaped like a Y. One end is variable in shape to match different antigens, whereas the other end is fixed in shape and can be recognized by many cells of the immune system. These proteins float around the blood and attach themselves to antigens that match their specific variable region. And these antibodies help the immune system fight pathogens in a number of different ways. Firstly, they can attach themselves to enemy toxins, which themselves are antigens, and neutralize their toxic effect. Secondly, antibodies can attach themselves to the receptors of viruses and bacteria and prevent them from carrying out their function. For example, it can stop viruses from being able to recognize cells that it may want to invade, and therefore prevent the viral invasion of that cell. Thirdly, antibodies can attach themselves to pathogens, then clump together to slow the spread of that pathogen down. This is called agglutination. Finally, it can be very difficult for the simplistic receptors of macrophages and neutrophils to recognize certain pathogens. Antibodies can act as opsonins that are highly specific to the invading pathogen, and by attaching themselves to that pathogen, acting as opsonins, they can help the macrophages and neutrophils to recognize and destroy that pathogen. That summarizes an overview of the immune system. I hope you found this video helpful. It was created as part of a set of videos that covers everything you need to know about the immune system for medical school. And
what I shared with y'all is a 15 minutes about our own immune system. You see, we talk about immunity, we talk about everything, but have we taken time to find out how it works? Because it's inside our body, it's working inside our body. The more knowledge you have, then you can support it. You can support it. And you look at that, how wonderfully they are working to take care of us, guys. How wonderfully they are taking care of us. This is an awareness. That's why I say SLWC is wellness awareness. You need to be aware of your own body. We have a lot of energy inside us to take care of ourselves. We don't need anything outside. Now, because like sometimes we have something very powerful like Corona overpowering us, then we need the vaccination and all that support. And so that it can support our system, our immune system. Vaccination, when it's all, everyone in the world got herd immunity, then we are able to protect ourselves globally. That's why vaccination comes in picture. But while that's happening, we need to protect ourselves by ourselves, guys. So you see, we are such a powerful energy of creation. We are the king of the souls. I repeat. And we must know how to take care of our own self first. Self-care is better than healthcare. So this is what I like to share with you all. Immunity begins with you. And there are a lot of factors that takes care of immunity, not just what you eat, how you feel at a given moment of time. And those days we lived in the villages. We lived with Mother Nature.
Differentiation induces.
Let me just give me a minute. Let me
starts
just stop
to
this, please.
crystallize into a
Let me just stop this first. You see, we lived with, in the villages, it takes the whole village to raise a child, they say. That is an African saying. It takes the whole village to raise a child. And that's very true. Because the whole village took care of the child. There was community living there. We moved to the urban side. There's no more community living, guys. Everybody's on his own. And we try to find fault in other people instead of finding good in our own self. We are always pointing fingers at others, but are we doing that for our own self or not? Today, the pandemic has made us realize to sit down in our own house and work from home. Home means work from your own heart for yourself. Don't use your body to go and look for other people and find their fault. Stay in your own house and find your own truth and work with that truth. Okay, like what Shakespeare said, the more you know yourself, the more you will love yourself. Today, we want to know everything about the world, but we are not finding about our own self, guys. So this weekly program is actually to find how powerful we are, how SLWC Global System is a program that helps you to understand the biological machine that we have. What you saw is this machine, guys.
Body is made
This
up of
machine
over
is what we are seeing.
100 trillion
100
cells,
trillion 100 trillion
bones,
cells are there.
320
206
pairs of
bones,
muscles,
200, 320
vital
pairs of
organs.
what is that connection? And
Biological
all the
machine
system
with
is
so
inside
many
you. I
systems
showed this
working
couple of
together
times
to
for you.
allow life,
You need to understand how the system
cognitive
works.
function,
All
growth.
this function, everything is working inside you.
Brain tissue needs power.
You know, all these are inside you.
A pen,
All these
scan.
are inside you. All these are inside you. All these are inside you. We
Because
need to have
70%
water
water.
supply.
Very
We
important.
need to have proper food supply to take care of our
Diseases can
machine.
cause loss of memory, uncontrollable shaking, a loss of feeling, muscle
All this research,
deterioration,
guys.
and seizure. Did
Okay,
you
this
know?
is what we are trying to tell you. And all this connectivity is inside you, not outside. This is not some electrical connection outside. NASA also doesn't have this much of connection. But this connectivity is inside you guys. The kind of proteins, the kinds of machine, all they're connecting to each other. And in that process, there are a lot of things that support you to help you from foreign body. Anything that goes outside from outside in is not contributing to the body is called toxic. It's not contributing to the cells, it's called toxic. Anything that's contributing is called tonic. So that is what we are trying to do here through this. And it all starts with our food eating habits. Food eating habits. Food eating habits decides your body's vibration, and that body vibration decides your emotion. That emotion decides your mind. And according to what's running in the mind, that's how the soul will fuel you. I give you a good example. In the month of fasting, the Muslims fast. Sometimes you see we also have practiced, even Christians fast. A lot of people fast. But why the same body, when doesn't have the food, it suffers? Why one time, one part there is no food coming in, and we call it fasting, and the body enjoys it. Another end, there is also kind of fasting, but the body is suffering. Why? Because fasting or starving is a state of mind, guys. The emotion decides that. Your emotions are more powerful than your body. I repeat, your emotions are more powerful than your body. The emotions are nothing but collections of energies created by the body. Okay, what you call as emotion, what you call as mind, because when a child is born, there is no such thing as mind, guys. A child is a child is a child. A child is the purest energy. That's why when a child is born to a family, we call it bundle of joy. When a child is born to a specific family, the child is neither this nor that. Like if suppose my baby is born to me, then because I'm an Indian culture, the child is a pure energy. The child is raised by the Indian culture, child becomes Indian. If the same child born to a Chinese family becomes Chinese, same family child born to a Nigerian becomes a Nigerian. The child is just the purest energy of the ultimate energy, guys. And that is what we call as soul energy. But now, when that body is treated with all the food, if suppose I give Indian food, if I give Chinese food, that Chinese food gives the vibration. Indian food gives vibration. Nigerian food gives vibration. So the body that the child gets depends on the environment where the child is brought up. So the child is brought up in a good environment, whether the child is actually in Nigeria, whether it's in Kenya, whether it's in Malaysia, whether it's in India, the environment decides the body's function, guys. So whatever the body function here is, according to the food that it takes, then the emotions are set. Emotion is energy in motion. So your thoughts, everything is triggered because of this food that we take, guys. So food and eating habits decides the body decides emotion. And as we get older, emotions control our body controls what we eat, and then what we eat controls again. It's a vicious circle. So if you want to change your life now, you must go back to your basics again, back to basics. What you eat, now you must change. There are many times, many years, I'm a tea drinker. I never like to drink coffee. So many years. From the time I was born until maybe 2015, I was a staunch tea drinker. And every day I will drink about maybe 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 glasses, because in Malaysia, anytime you go outside, you drink tea. Then I heard about something about coffee. And from 2015 until today, I've never touched tea, guys. It's either I drink tea, maybe because with masala tea and all that once a while, but my habit now is full of coffee. So who changed that? It's me. You can change the habit according to the way you want it. From the time I was born until I met my master from India, I was a non-veg. I never knew what vegetarian was. But after I met him for 10 years, next 10 years, I became a vegetarian. Who decided that what my body should take? It's me, guys. So we are the decision factors, guys, for our body to function. And that is decided by what kind of emotions you want to have. So our food intake is very important. It decides our way we are doing things. And here we have first STC30, which is very important to take care of your immunity. First is STC30. It's always STC30 because we got 50 nutrients in form of water, carbohydrate, and fiber. And then we have essential amino acids. We have essential fatty acids, minerals, fat-soluble vitamins. We have trace minerals. Then we have water-soluble vitamins. All this to form your cells, guys. Remember, even the immunity is also a form of five organs which are made of cells. So the organs also need the cells. Remember, there was one part they said the T cells and the B cells is also cells, guys. The initial innate immunity system takes care of the pathogen, but once they cannot take care, they call for the specialists, the T cells and the B cells. If the T cells and B cells are not functioning well, then our life will be what they say in Hindi, hangama ho gaya. That's why we end up into becoming victims of the viruses or victims of the pathogens, guys. So your cells are very, very important tool. Whether we take SIC or not, STC30 is very important, guys. For almost 4 years, we were only selling STC30. With STC30, we've gone into 60 countries. Some people say, do you have anything more? No, guys. If you take, the most important thing is how consistently are you taking? Those people who now have corona and all that, it will show that whether they have taken it consistently or not. It's not how much you're taking, but how consistent you're taking. You go to hospital, doctors give you the pill. They also say you the same thing. It's not how much pills you take in a day, how consistent you're taking. Because the body loves consistency, guys. So if you consistently take one sachet in the morning, you get all these complete ingredients for your whole day's nutrition value for your cells. Just one sachet. A sachet a day keeps sickness at bay. I won't say doctors away. We need doctors, but we don't want sickness. So this is what STC30 will do. And this is where your immunity gets its first support, guys, from the food that you take, complete food that you take from this STC30. Superlife Total Care for 30 days. Okay, the apple ingredients, all this. There are 5 vital chemicals in the plants, which animals and humans need. This was a survey done by a doctor in Santiago, and he likes to do a survey in all, he is a PhD guy. So he does a lot of search and research on network marketing company products, on company Usana and all those companies. Recently, he did on STC30. So he said, and this is what the ancient Ayurveda, ancient Sitar of India also told, there are 5 elements in the plants, 5 chemicals in the plants that is needed by the body, which is also made of 5 elements. Those 5 elements are earth, water, and fire and all that, the five elements of Mother Nature. And we are made of that. So in the plants, Mother Nature has given the 5 chemicals that this body needs. Animals need that. We also need that. That's why animals also eat this. We also eat this. So this is very important, guys. And STC30 has got that. He did research and he found out the 5 natural chemicals are in that. And they will trigger and they will keep our cells at optimal level. So please don't underestimate STC30. Please, in the morning itself, you take 1 sachet. And when you put it under the tongue, it goes direct into your pituitary gland, and the pituitary gland will send the signals to all your glands. And it was sent out in balance to everything which it needs. If suppose certain cells need it more, then it will be sent more there to repair. Those cells need to be repaired. Our stem cells will go there and repair that. And those cells got no repairs, nothing. Younger cells got no repairs. So they will just rejuvenate, revitalize, and regenerate the cells, guys. So that is what at that level. And this is very important for immune system. You see, our skin is the #1 protector of us. The skin is made of cells also. So the skins are made of all those cells which are protected from this. And those people who take STC30, our cell complexion changes, guys. Our skin complexion changes. People say, I look younger at 59. I look more like 45 because I've been taking this from 55 years old. the first thing you will notice is your skin complexion will change. That means the skin has come into a better cells there, guys. And that is the first protection for you. The biggest, largest organ that we have in our body is our skin, guys. Okay, so that is SC30. It does the role for the immunity. And when the cells are happy, they are in isotonic nature, isotonic, equilibrium nature, and they can counter anything that comes into their system. Okay, so I'm happy means our cells are happy. And one iota of anger, I repeat, one iota of anger that you express, your brain will send toxic to the cells. One iota of anger. Too much anger is not good, guys. They say anger is 1D away from danger. So angry cells are not good cells. And when you are angry, your brain cells signals, and that signals contain toxin also harms your cells. Very important. When you laugh, you send more good cells. Good, what is this tonic? Okay. So it's very important what you send to your own cells. We are ourselves sometimes the source of our own problems, guys. We are the cause, we are the source. So if you laugh more, that is in India, now they have laughter therapy. There are ashrams where people go just to laugh. The more you laugh, the better for you. That's why you must watch a lot of comedies. Don't go and watch horror movies every night, guys. Don't watch horror movies. Please, for heaven's sake, don't watch too much of serials. Tamil serials, Chinese serials, Nigerian serials. Any serials is not good for you guys. Children take serials to take care of their body. Man is destroying himself by watching too many serials. Why? When you are watching the TV, we are watching the television. That's why they call it television an idiot box, because whatever you are watching, the mind takes it as a truth. Mind doesn't know what's real, what is real. Mind takes everything as real. That is the reason how we use our mind to get the goals and dreams we want. So when you are watching that, if someone is crying and that thoughts goes into your system, you're looking at that directly, you're not even evaluating it, and we are absorbing that energy, then your mind also absorbs the same kinds of energy, guys. If you are watching movies, like suppose you read a novel, a horror novel, or you watch a horror, suddenly there's a knock in the door, but you'll feel like it's a big knock in your heart. Because why? Your whole cells are saturated with the fear. So why you put yourself into that problems, guys? I don't watch horror movies. I don't watch all gory things sent in WhatsApp. Anything WhatsApp they send, I never watch. Even they say the video, please watch this video, I don't watch. I delete a lot of my videos even without watching it, guys. All these are harming us unnecessarily. So very important. Be careful what you're seeing, be careful what you're hearing. And too much of it, that's not good for yourselves, guys. Okay? So that's how you and I can protect our immunity also. Okay? So all our heart, skins, skin is the number one, very important. You see, some people, when they're first thing, the thing goes into your body, any foreign metal goes in the body, they'll have rashes. The rashes comes because the skin is throwing out the toxin. The skin's pores open up. But the good part, when you do exercise, it also have a pore, you sweat out. Look at the word sweat, S-W-E-A-T. Sweat means you remove your sugar, you remove your salt, you remove your worry, you remove your excess energy, you remove your anxiety and your toxic. So all this, the skin helps, guys. So everything, if the body has got so much of toxin, that they cannot function very well. So this is very important for immunity overall, guys. Okay. Next is oxidative stress, and 50% of the whole world, the disease comes internally because of this, because of too much of all that. That's why SC30 is very important. And then now, this is what SC30 does for you. Okay, it's very, very important. Rejuvenate, revitalize, and regenerate. So your immunity can keep working for you at par. Okay, very important. So first thing, you must take your SC30 in the morning. Very, very important. Okay. Now, if the SC30 also helps in healing, where does healing happens, guys? Look at the word healing here. H-E-A-R is short for heart. L-I-N is link. G is God. Healing means heart's linked to God. And heart is where our healing happens. Your financial healing, your sick healing, whatever healing, your friendship, relationship healing, everything happens here. If you have a problem with your wife, you have a problem with your girlfriend, if you want that to heal, you better work from the heart. That's why love sign is giving heart sign, guys. Healing only happens that. There are 7 chakras in our body that if you understand about 7 chakras, and the 7 chakras begins from our base chakra, but a healing chakra, or chakra means will or power, that you cannot see in your naked eyes. Even doctors cannot see. Even you and I nobody can see, but that energy is in the soul energy level. So that energy happens in your heart, and that is called healing energy. So your healing can happen when our stem cells goes in that and keeps the cells going, and then they will send a good signal to the heart, and the heart will send a good energy for everybody, guys. So this is where stem cell cycle happens in therapy also. Very important. Okay. So SEC 15 is very, very important. Now we call it SEC plus. Originally, we call it SEC 15. This is also very important for immunity. STC 30 takes care of all the cells. This will take care where the abode, I call it abode, the house of the immunity. The house of the immunity is not in your heart. The house of immunity is not in your brain. Okay, 172 of you here. I'm so happy. The house of your immunity is in your guts, guys, in your stomach. Stomach is very important part of you. That's why you put love sign here. This is the most important part of you. And stomach is the headquarters of yourself. And what does stomach do? Can you all write this down if your notebook? STOMACH. Last week I covered on this and I covered on stomach. Stove that changes matter. Stove, matter, change. Whatever food that you put in as a matter inside your body, whether you put fruits, whether you put meat, or whether you put vegetables, all those must be converted to nutrition. And that conversion happens in your stomach. So there is a stove inside your stomach, digestive fire, that changes the matter into nutrition. Only when it's converted to nutrition will it be absorbed by your small intestine into your system. So that is why we need to keep the colon clean, and we need to keep all the digestive organs at par, guys. So it purifies your blood, it maintains healthy colon, it improves digestive health, it supports liver detoxification, regulates blood glucose level. And all these fiber salt, chlorophyll, amla extract, beetroot, aloe vera, astaxanthin, grapeseed, milk thistle, psyllium husk, probiotics, makes your colon a good place for your immunities to stay. They stay there when they are needed, they absorb and send out from your colon to support you. So that is where it happens. But if your colon is like this, all blocked, and what happens, they cannot come out. That's why young people also got corona and they have died. A 15-year-old girl recently got corona and she could not come out from the hospital. Could possibly be because immunity could be very high, but maybe her colon is not healthy. If your colon is not healthy, 80% of immunity is here, guys. 80% of immunity is here. See, all this is very important. No point taking care of immunity if you don't detoxify your system. You need to detoxify your system first. And then once it's clean, in Chinese medicine, they don't give you any medicine if they don't clean your colon first. Very important. And when I was growing up, my mother used to clean this every week, every month. They used to give us castor oil and they chase us around the house. And that is very important, guys, for us to do that. And that's what SEC 15 Plus will do. Okay, so this is very important. And the SEC 15 Plus now has got one more ingredient called synethron. And synethron is nothing but to help you to reduce your weight while you're sitting. Now, because of COVID-19, because of pandemic, we are sitting a lot. I sit in Zoom sometimes 2 hours without me realizing. Earlier in the afternoon, I was sitting and talking to Mr. Akbar, Dr. Akbar and his team. And I spoke almost 1 hour. After that, I spoke to another person for 1 hour. And then now I'm speaking. And I've been sitting a lot. So I told my wife, instead of sitting, maybe I lie down and talk. She said lying down is even worse. But you see, we cannot run away from sitting and lying. They call it sitting the new smoking. So synethron is a thing added in now into SEC 15. So we don't call it SEC 15 anymore. We call it SEC Plus. The plus is the synethron. The synethron comes from France. And synethron has got very powerful metabolizer. Even when you're sitting, it metabolizes your fat, guys. Okay, so combined together, we have a very powerful product here. Another one is SIC. This is where I'm coming in today. SIC is a booster. Once you have taken care of everything, you need a booster. Then this booster is for the specific cells to work for you guys. Remember, they say innate cells, and then they have specific cells. The innate immunity and specific immunity. This is a booster for that, guys. Superlife Immune Care. You need to boost your vitality with SIC. So when you take your STC30, you're taking care of your general health, which will support your immunity. When you take STC15, you're cleansing your colon, which will help your immunity. When you are taking SIC, you're directly taking care to boost up your immunity, guys. And we have mixed berries here. We have AFA here. We have chlorophyll here. We have moringa here. We have CoQ10 here. We have corona extract here. We have vitamin B here. Don't worry about what they are putting in the products, guys. You can go and read about it and all that, but please don't become too technical and to talk about this to people. You are not a doctor. I'm not a doctor. Even doctors don't know about this. Only nutritionists know about this. Only nutritionists know about this. They have specialist nutritionists on this, guys. So what are we supposed to do? When you buy a television, you don't go and check the television behind the screen to check what is behind the scene. You just want to put the television and watch the movie. The same thing here, guys. You just follow the instruction and take the product. Have absolute faith, because we are not talking about trial and tribulation here. We are not testing on you. So many products that we are being tested on, we take it without even questioning. For every ill, there is a pill, but we take the pill without even questioning. But someone gives you something good, you will question them like nobody's business. But if you take absolute faith, because there is a lot of powerful information which your cells will recognize, which your immune system will recognize the moment it goes into your system. This is not a foreign body, guys. Your body is made of the 5 elements of Mother Nature. This one comes directly from Mother Nature. So they will recognize their own family. If you send chemicals, they won't recognize. That's foreign body. I repeat, when you send a foreign body, they won't recognize. They will try to fight. But when you send something from their own cell, which is from Mother Nature, they will recognize, because it's coming from their own 5 elements. So that is why when you send this to them, they will know. Even you might not know, but they will know. I give you a very good example where in Manipur in one of the hospitals, maybe about 2 or 3 years ago, when Superlife was just going into India, there was a person who had epilepsy, very chronic epilepsy. I can tell you this truth because it's the truth. So I don't worry, it's being recorded. I'm telling you as it is. I don't have to be a medical doctor to talk about this. I'm not one. I'm a business. My doctorate came from business, but I'm talking to you as a human being who knows about my own body, who knows about the product. And this is a real case that happened in Manipur, where the doctors gave up hope on the lady or a young girl. She had very high, very chronic epilepsy, and they have already given up. For almost a month, she was in coma. So what they did, they have called all their relations and said, we are going to remove the lifesaver. Please call all their relations and to come to see her one final go. So that's what they did. And when the people came, one of the relations came with SC study in the hand. And they told the doctor, since you already given up hope, can we give her this? He said, by all means, please do. They just put one STC30 under the tongue of the person who was in coma. Next day, she got up. Next day, she got up. And that baffled the doctors, baffled everybody. Why? And let me tell you why. Because her mind was sleeping, guys. Her mind was in coma. But her soul never sleeps. Our soul never sleeps. Even when you go to sleep, it never sleeps. Her mind was sleeping, so the mind cannot question what's going inside that. Our mind is full of conditions of what other people say. The mind has got only authorities, either doctors must say or celebrities must say. If a celebrity takes the product and shows you in the advertisement, you will believe the product because celebrity is saying it. Or a person of authority, a doctor says, you will believe it. But other person, your normal friends come and say, we always question that. This is normal. But because the mind was in coma and the person is in total coma, it went direct into the cells and gave the cells and triggered the cells, and the cells were able to trigger the souls, and the souls were able to fuel the body, and she came back normal, guys. And this is not a miracle. This is what actually we can do if we just know about what we have in the product. I have one of our leaders. He said even if he's giving his mother, He'll make the mother sit down and go through the ingredients one by one. He said, he will tell the mother, this one sachet is very expensive, mommy. Please don't waste it. And please understand what you are taking. Many of the leaders don't understand what our ST study is. That's why they simply throw the products. Sometimes people complain, the product is online and all that. Those people who put online, they don't understand the value of the product. This is something that you don't sell. You take care of your own health. Very important. And SIC has got powerful ingredients now for specializing to help you into your SI, what you call immune care, guys. A lot of cases in Malaysia, a lot of cases in Singapore, where people got the COVID-19 and within a couple of days, with STC30 and SIC, they were able to remove it. So please do not underestimate our product because you don't know about the information. So I'm taking a lot of trouble now to give you all as much as information as possible. And you can do your own search and research. You can go on Google, you can go and break the ingredients, check what other people are saying about the ingredients, and then you take it, guys. We have medical doctors in the form of Dr. Ofori, who's still practicing in Ghana Hospital, General Hospital, and he's a crown diamond here. And he himself is endorsing the product. You can go to my Google. I had another doctor, Dr. Siva from Malaysia, and we had one, Dr. Ofori and Dr. Siva spoke about our products. So you see, we have medical doctors, we have alternative doctors, we have people who are valuing our products, guys. If people outside can see the products, you yourself very actively in the business, we are not seeing the product right way, then you are cheating yourself, guys. So very important, SCC30 to take care of your basic health and basic cells, SCC15 to cleanse your system, SCC15 plus, and then SIC to boost up your immune system, guys, which we really need now. Very important. Okay, so that is what SCC. So you saw how your immune system works. You can go to YouTube, you can go and see so many. There are so many different types of videos talking about immune system. And that immune system is not outside of you, but inside of you. Okay, so this is very important. And now there is another product that you need to know also. Let me just quickly share on that product before I end the session now. This product is Neuron Care, and Neuron Care is also very important now, guys. Neuron Care is very, very important now because a lot of pressure people are going through, and that pressure is putting people into a lot of troubles. Okay, if I don't have this thing here, I just quickly share with you why Neuron Care is important. When your brain sends a signal to your system, there is a snipes between the smallest nerves or capillaries that connects with the other capillaries. And that message is sent through the spark plug, the wire, what do we call as a little fire, sparks. And those sparks will carry the message. When your neurons are haywire, the message doesn't go, then your connection won't happen. Stroke patient, why they get stroke? Because there is no connectivity. The connectivity stops. So here we are giving Neuron Care. Is a very powerful product. Why? Because today I see young mothers, they don't want the children to disturb them. What they do, they give them an iPad or iPhone and children are playing on the iPhone. Young mothers don't understand that we are harming the neurons from the day one. We are harming the neurons from day one, guys. In UK, they never give a pencil to a child until the child is 5 years old. Because once the child holds a pencil wrongly, the brain won't work properly. I repeat, once a child holds a pencil wrongly, the brain will not work properly. How you hold your pencil and write, that's how you dictate your brain to also work. See, everything is connected. So in UK, they never give a child the pencil until they're 5 years old. Today here, I see 3 years old, 2 years old, they're giving the child tuition 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning and pushing them. All this is harming the child, guys. The same thing when you give an iPhone, when you give your child to watch all that without you realizing you're causing problem to the nervous system. They become very good in that because the mind is stimulated, brain is stimulated, and they become very genius by the time they're 14, 15 years old. Today, they can even do this business Superlife at 15, 16 all, and only that the law doesn't permit, so we need 18 years old. But if you give them to do this, they can do better than you and I, because they know how to use the technology better than you and I. That's why 18 years old, 20 years old, 23 years old are doing very well in this business. Why? They are born with the phone. But the neurons are causing problem for them. I saw one video where a child couldn't walk properly at 3 years old. And the doctors found out because the neurons are affected by the radiation created by the phone. So Neuron Care helps a lot, guys. and its saffron content in the neuron care is a very powerful component in SNC. So the neuron care is very important, and saffron is very important. Younger days, the Indian families, they used to give saffron to a pregnant mother, simply telling the mother that the child will be fair. Whether the child is going to be fair or not, we don't know. But why they're giving that? Because you can relax your nervous system, you can relax your nerves, and when the child is produced, the mother doesn't have to go through a lot of pain. That's when the contraction happens. It relaxes the system. If it can relax a childbirth, what about you and I? Today, people are going through pressure because no financial issue, then a lot of issues because of work-related, a lot of issues because of pandemic. Our SNC also can help. So all our 4 products, STC30 is specializing on the cells, STC15 is specializing on the taking care of your colon and all that. And then SCC Plus is specializing on your colon and your stomach and your digestive system. SIC is specializing on your immunity. SNC is specializing on your sick. So overall, your body is taken care, guys. I like one of our brothers who joined us last week. He came for our Tuesday meeting. He sent money for on Wednesday. And this Wednesday, the products already reached him in US. And he bought all the products. I told him, you're the first person in US to buy the complete products. You have understood our system very well. So understand the system, work with the system, and the system will work with you. There is a very powerful system inside you. And that system is God-sent system for you and I to use. There is a very powerful system in SLWC. And that system was for you to make your money with the people that you meet and work. And take care of the souls that come to you. And Superlife is all about healthcare, wealth care, and also development care and friends care, guys. Okay, thank you so much for your time. If you all have any question, you all can ask me now. And I've given you the best of the best of the best of the best. There's nothing else I can give, because every soul will listen this. One soul listens the right way, 1,000 souls will change life, guys. Okay, so if you all want to share anything, you can share, or you want to interact with me now, you can interact. This is the best time to interact. When we discuss what we learn, it even goes deeper into our system. When we discuss what we learn, it even goes deeper into our system. So anybody want to discuss here, please go ahead. Somebody has wrote here giving permission. Please, okay, we already done that. Okay. Okay, I'm going to call 1 or 2 persons to come and share what they learned today, how much is helping them. Okay. And if you like today, you must learn how to contribute, guys. Come to contribute, not just to take in things. All right, let me see who's the right person to kick off this. All right. Okay, I'm going to get, that's now I try to get Dr. Akbar. Dr. Akbar, you can commit, can share, sir. You can unmute and share. Are you there, Dr. Akbar?
Yeah, happy evening, Dr. Maha. Very
right,
wonderful training session. So I enjoy a lot. Actually, I was longing for this session. A wonderful session about the immunity, how the immunity power is formed in the body. The videos you played, no, really superb. I can see how much your work you put behind this to find out these videos and make this presentation so interesting, so powerful, very informative. That's the main thing. Very knowledgeable training session today. I thoroughly enjoyed the session. I understood what the immunity is, how much important it is, how much this SIC will help us, how the immunity is, we can get rid of it, and how we can create immunity power within our body itself. So our body is a self-healing doctor. This concept I understood today very clearly. So I want to thank Dr. Maha from the bottom of my heart for a very wonderful training program, very motivating, highly powerful, very informative session. So thank you very much, Dr. Maha. Every week you inspire us, you empower our knowledge by your thoughts and your information and knowledge. So thank you. We are very proud to have you as our trainer and coach. You're really a superb coach, Dr. Maha. Thank you, Dr. Maha, for a very wonderful training session. Thank you. Superlife, life is super. Dr. Maha, sir, are you there? Dr. Maha, sir?
I didn't unmute myself, sorry. Okay. You know what I was trying to tell you, Akbar sir? That video, I just got it few seconds before we started. I was saturating my mind on the right video I need to play today for the immunity. And I saw a couple of videos, but just before, while someone was talking there, I always prepare my latest video by when I allow somebody to talk. While they are talking, I'll look for the right video at the right time. Based on the vibration, I get the people here. So God always gives us the right thing at the right place. We just have to use it. Okay. So thank you, Dr. Akbar. So today the video, y'all can watch the video. Y'all can, I'm going to send this. You can watch that, or you can go directly and get the video in YouTube. Okay. So first learn how your system works before you take care of your system. Very important. Now I'm going to ask another person, two of them, Philomena and Aurora. Okay. First was Aurora. How do you spell that? Ariolua. You see, name is the most sweetest thing in any language. If I pronounce it wrongly, forgive me. So please pronounce your name for me, and then you can introduce yourself, where you're from. I can share. Go ahead, sir. You can unmute and share. Let me try to make you a co-host. I'm trying to make people co-host that they can unmute easily. Can you unmute now, sir? All right, go ahead. Airlova? Okay, maybe it's finding difficult to unmute. If once you can unmute, you will share. Now let me get Philomena. Philomena, you can unmute and share. I know this is our Philomena, I think so. Go ahead, Philomena.
Yes, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, everyone. Hi. So actually, I joined Superlife in 1st of September 2019. It was basically for the STC30 because I know about stem cell, and I was looking forward for fruit stem cell actually. And because at that point of time, I was having a water retention problem because of cancer treatment that I went for. And I'm a cancer survivor basically. And so this water retention I was having for 12 years and I could not get rid of it. My leg will swell, my arms will swell, my belly will swell, and you know, it's weird sometimes. So I was going for lymphatic massages, where I actually can't always find lymphatic massage because that's a very special massage they do. And so I continuously for 12 years, I did whatever exercises that I can, whatever that I could do. But on the 1st September 2019, when I was introduced by Pastor Simon to this Superlife, and first thing I saw was the product STC30, and I took it. I immediately joined as a star package, and I had this product for 2 weeks. And this 2 weeks really helped me to reduce the water retention, which I had 12 years problem, totally solved. And after that, I joined, I upgraded myself to a super package so that I could have more of this STC. So that was basically, it's not for business, but it was basically for the product. And I continued using it. And later on, in 2020, July, my sister was diagnosed with cancer as well. So I gave it to her, and I started using in 2020. Actually, I started using all the products, STC30, SIC, SNC, and SCC 15 at that time. So when I started using all these products, I liked them, and gradually I reduced using other vitamins actually. So I found this was good, helping me totally. And in July last year, my sister was diagnosed with cancer. So when I was giving STC 30, SIC, and SNC to her, it really helped her that when she was going for the chemo, a lot of the side effects of chemo we did not see with her, because we, in fact, when we were at the chemo session itself, we saw people vomiting and getting upset and a lot of depression and all this. But she was very calm, and a lot of side effects did not attack her, in fact. So it was really helping her. And till today, she is taking it. She completed her final treatment in January this year. And on the 2nd of January this year, my mom, who is 92 at that moment, she had a fall. So when she had a fall, she had the middle back, she had a very severe pain. She was admitted for a week. And when she came back home, she was basically bedridden for almost like 2 months. And we were helping her in everywhere, everything with her. So this STC30, SIC and SNC really helped her to actually to revive from the status that she was within 2 months. And then before end of March, she was able to sit up and walk. So it was really tremendously helping me in products. Basically, like the product has been in my family for almost like more than a year. And we really enjoy it till today. We are using it. And because I also like, just for another short sharing, like saffron in SNC, I have been like taking it, importing it. When I was going through my treatments, I was taking it directly from India because it was very high in antioxidants, because I needed the antioxidant for my cancer status. So that is one part of it where I like SNC, because saffron was also one of the ingredients. And in the colon cleanser, because I used to purchase from organic shops colon cleansers, and used to do a colon cleansing myself, because I didn't want chemicals, like medications, chemicals basically. So I didn't want too much of chemicals to be in me. So I was detoxing the chemical out with these products. So basically, like when I saw SCC, so there was a reason for me to take, and there was a reason for me to share it with my family as well. So most of the family members are taking it now, and most of them are also partly involved in the business right now. So in business wise, I just picked up, started doing it because I was having too many things going on in the family because of health issues and so on. So I just started, begin building up my business, and have taken into a few countries as well, including India. So I'm really, I always enjoy attending your sessions, Dr. Maha, because I always keep myself motivated with it, and I learn a lot. Knowledge, basically I was collecting knowledge all these years, and all this time that I was here in Superlife. Thank you, Dr. Maha. This is all my sharing. Sorry for taking the time.
No problem. You shared fantastically well. You see, your sharing is very important, and it came from your heart. You see, that's what when we give people this opportunity, time is within our hands, timing is within God's hand. And whatever you had your problems, you're able to solve the problems, and you're able to feel it from your heart. And when you speak, you won't speak from your lips, you won't speak from your mind, you'll speak from your heart. And when that heart-to-heart connection happens, then everything moves. The product moves, the plan moves, everything moves. Okay, so you are doing a wonderful job, because you have come in from the you see, people can come in from various angles to do the business. They can come from the root of the product. They can come from the root of the business. Whichever way they come in, they are going to gain. If they see it the right way, they can go a big way. So network marketing business is always like that. People come, some people they say, I just want to use the product. I'm not interested in the business. Some people say, oh, you guys are so crazy about the business, I'm not interested. But we said, okay, take the product, consume the product. But the beauty about Superlife, I've been in this industry for 37 years. Those days, 37 years ago, when I was 22 years old, I have to carry the products. I have to go and look for uncle, aunties and sell the product. And every time I'm called a medicine man or uncle medicine. Why? Because that's what we were doing, the vitamins and all that. But today I cannot tell that to young boys. They want to sit at home and they want to do business. But at the same time, the product sells for itself, guys. You see, those days, there was no connection between the company and the public. There was no online system. That is why we also have to do the selling. We also have to do the business building. It was a very tedious job. And I have to do but 1,000, like our rating of 1,000 SP every month personally to get any overriding anything. Those days was a compulsory thing. So these days, we don't have to do that, because company takes care of the selling part. When someone joins me immediately, like say suppose Philomena has joined me and directly, And she tells me, okay, Dr. Maha, I'm only interested in the product. I got this problem. I tell her, okay, you take this, you take this, you take this. But Philomena, you can come in two ways. Either you can become a consumer, then buy every month this price. Every month you buy 130 USD, that 2 sachets of 2 packets of the SCC30. Every month you can buy 130. But I tell you, there's another way. You can come in as a consumer member, and you be a member and consume the product. First month you buy 130, 100 and 100, not 130, you buy it 115.
115.
So you save 15 USD, and then you can get a member price. You know what? Second month, you can buy it at 70. So you get further discount. Which one you want? You want to become a member consumer or consumer? Obviously, she will say, I want to save my money. I want to be a member consumer. So second month, I don't even have to call her and check her whether she wants the product or not. Until today, I've not called even one single person and check on them whether they like the product or want the product. Because they like it, they will contact the company. They got a password, they got the ID, they will contact the company directly. And if they want the product to deliver directly also, they have the delivery charges, they'll put and send. Okay, so that is a consumer member. There'll be a retailer member. This afternoon, I was talking to someone from North India. I was telling, if you really want to take care of the sick, do one thing. Go and talk to doctors, go and talk to alternate doctors and sell them the idea how this product can help them. If alternative doctor or doctor comes or beauty center people come, you can get wholesale. If you go and sell one by one, you get a retailer. So I say, which is better, wholesale or retailing? So she said, obviously wholesale. So I say that part is recall, they will do the retailing, you became a wholesaler. So first category is consumer, second category retailer. But what is our real job in this when it comes to business? Like now, she has upgraded herself to become a business builder. And that is what our job. And we did only 2, one on the left, one on the right. And as long as you're in this business, as long as you believe the system, you will get the left and right. And today I see Philomena is having the left and right. And she has opened up countries which people were finding it open. And she has opened up the country. And today she's rocking, guys. So congratulations, Philomena. All your hard work pays. Hard work, system work, and teamwork. I repeat. Okay. So thank you, Philomena. All the best to you. Keep rocking. Okay.
Sure, sir.
More welcome. Okay. That is Philomena to you guys. You see, God sent everyone here for a specific reason. Sometimes he sends you. Do you think God got no other work but to test us with sickness and all that? This is what we acquired because we have not taken care of our life properly. We have never taken care of food properly in the first place. And the vicious circle gave us the emotions. And then we don't take care of the emotion again. And then that vicious circles are going through. Now with the pandemic, we are given a chance to reboot ourselves. Reboot ourselves and come out from all these guys. Come out from all this and change our life. And you and I are very lucky. We are given SCC, Superlife, SLWC. You can sit down at home and you can still have your income and you also change your lifestyle. There are a lot of people here. You know, I wanted to, like, I will show you how even our founder is taking exercise very seriously. And he has taken a picture that has gone viral now. And he's doing push-ups and all that. And then our MD from India, Dr. William, he's also taken exercise very seriously. So you see, exercise is the king. Your nutrition is the queen. And next week, I'm going to share with you. Next week, I'm going to talk to you about SNC, superneuron care, but I'm going to specialize on exercise. There are a lot of exercises that now I'm practicing. Before I came here, I did exercise. 7 minutes of exercise is like equivalent of walking 1 hour on the field. 7 minutes exercise. There is another exercise, 23 minutes. So I do about 30 minutes exercise to get this energy going. So I'm going to share that exercise next week. The power of exercise is the best medicine ever created by the creator of all creators. Okay. Next is food. So these two are very important. So king is the exercise, queen is the nutrition. So next week we'll have king and queen, and then how SNC will take care of you. All right. So thank you so much for your time. Somebody asking a question. Sir, I have a question. How long should SCC 30 stay under the tongue before we drink water? The moment you put it under the tongue, there are micro nerves under the tongue. They will absorb immediately, instantaneously. It will be absorbed into it's called myelin. They will absorb immediately, and then it will go into your system. So after a while, you can even take water after half an hour and all that, no problem. Okay. So you let it absorb into a system. It goes into a system immediately. After that, you can drink water. And water is very important because most of us, our body, like now I'm talking to you, I'm using a lot of my energy. My brain is now warmed up, is heated up, a lot of signals. If I don't cool down my system, then I'll have problems. We bathe every day, not because we want to clean the dirt and all that. We bathe every day to cool down our system, guys. If you don't cool down your system becomes acidic. I repeat, if you don't cool down your system becomes acidic. And when your system is acidic, cancer cells love acid. The food for cancer cell is acid, guys. So when you have cancer cell, I have cancer cell, all of us cancer cells. When we have too much acid in the body, the cancer cells will love that and they will eat that and then they overpower other cells. So must keep our body always alkaline. So acid study will help you to keep it alkaline. Water will keep it alkaline, and you need to have all that. That's why we need to drink a lot of water. Okay. So thank you so much, Philomena. Thank you so much for everybody for such a wonderful thing. Can acid study cure TB disease? Okay, guys, we cannot guarantee anything. Even doctors don't guarantee you anything. And we are not supposed to guarantee anything. In fact, let me tell you something. Network marketing business was not created to take care of sickness. Network marketing was created to take care of wellness, to prevent sickness. But in the process, if someone comes and asks you with any kind of sickness, whether it's TB, whether it's malaria, whatever sickness, that means the moment there is sickness means the cells are not at ease, they are diseased. So tell them to take our product 3 months to 6 months. 3 months to 6 months. Why we say 3 months to 6 months? Because every body chemical reaction is different. Your body constitution and my body constitution is totally different. So the way I react to certain things, the way you react to certain things is totally different. So we cannot compare with anybody. So you ask them to try to 3 months to 6 months. If after 3 months to 6 months, what else? If it doesn't happen, then we go for another 3 months, because your body has to adapt to what we are giving you, what you are taking from SCCD. Okay, that adapting and adopting is most important thing. But if the mind doesn't allow the adoption and adaptation to take place, that's where the sickness happens, guys. Many cancer patients, and let me tell you, I repeat you, many sickness is actually psychosoma. Psycho means psychological reason. Soma means body. Psycho means mind. Many of the people have researched now why people get cancer. Too many worries they keep in their self, they don't express outside. That worries go inside your body and impress upon your body, and that becomes what's supposed to come out, it goes in the body and triggers a cancer cell. So they found out that psychologically, those people who have cancer, they got too much of worries, unwanted worries, and too much of thinking of unwanted things. So don't worry too much, guys. One of the books I recommend you to read, okay, book by Dale Carnegie, which was written in 1930s until today, is one of the best books. How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. That book helped me a lot. I was a worrier more than a warrior. And that book changed my mindset. I read the book when I was 25, 23, 24 years old. How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. And I learned about compartmentalizing your life, guys. That means wherever you are, you must learn how to be there 100%. Compartment. You see, if you go in a train, if you're in one compartment, you don't know what's happening in another compartment. Maybe the other compartment will be on fire, but you are not even disturbed by it because you are in one compartment. So when you are in life also, you must learn how to be in one compartment and be there 100%. If you're at home, be 100% home. If you're with the children, be 100% with them. So compartment your life. And this book will help you a lot, guys. Because worry is like a rocking chair. It will make you do something, but it won't take you anywhere. If worry can solve your problem, then worry. But most of the time, worry never solves our problems, guys. But taking action does. Okay? So don't worry too much. And pandemic cannot go away if you keep on worrying. If you keep on worrying, pandemic won't go. Your immunity will go down and corona will come in. Okay? So very important. All that also is factor. Which supply product is good for tumor and bone marrow tumor. See, any kind of tumor in your body is caused by cancer cells. And this tumor will keep on growing. So you need to help the other cells to work to support them to reduce the tumor. So SCC30 is a super duper product to do that. SIC is another powerful product to help you. SCC15 is a good product. So all products can help you, but SCC30 will be the best product for you to take. And if you want to take only SCC30, take 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, 2 in the evening, guys. Because one sachet is supposed to take care of your normal health. I repeat, one sachet is supposed to take care of your normal health to help you. The moment your body is going into a disease mode, I don't believe some people will say take half sachet and all that. There's no such thing, guys. The moment you open up the sachet, you'll expose it to the outside air. So don't please, moment you open up, take it immediately. Never go into half sachet mode on. You're going to lose the potency. One full sachet for one time. If you get any kind of chronicness, you can take more. I take 2, 3, sometimes 5, sometimes 6, depending on my work, because it's all fruits one. It's not going to cause any harm for you. Okay, so it's very important. So which of the Superlife product can be used for unbalanced acidity, guys? So acidity is the number one for balancing your system. Okay, it balances. They got 50 nutrients are there to balance your system. SIC will help you in terms of inflammation and all that, but acidity is the number one. If you cannot get any other product, take acidity. If you have the money and if you have make the money from Superlife, make the profit and take all the 4 products, no problem. But acidity is a foundation. Okay, so good. I really enjoyed today's session because after so long we're talking about the products a lot. Anybody got any questions, you can keep asking, no problem. Today I allow you. Okay, by end of the day we come back also because if you go into selling mode, if you take a doctor to sell your products, you will never go far in this business, guys, as a business builder. If you want to go to Dubai, make use. I sent in my group 3 very important links that you need to have. This link is actually, I made a playlist in my video, my YouTube. And one is about talking about all the products. And the other one is talking about the 90-day game plan and 90-day game plan with the workbook. You can join today and you can join the 90-day game plan. If you join today, suppose you're just coming in now and you join with us super, you also can join us to go to Dubai by end of this year. Qualify by end of this year, next year you can join Dubai. If you come in that, okay? That is the video number 2. Video number 3 is how to do digital marketing coaching, which I did. You know, the funny thing, nature is very powerful. I did on 21st of July this year, the digital marketing coaching, and I made host Papua and Pacific region so that they also learn about this. And I did it on 21st. But our first digital marketing coaching that we did 4 years ago was on the 22nd July at 4 p.m. See how it works. And I even totally forgot about that. Facebook reminded me. Okay, Facebook reminded me. So that's how nature works, guys. Nature works in consistency. It always works on consistency. So consistently work on the system and the system will take care of you. Work the system and the system will take care of you guys. That's how we are sharing. So I'll try to send the link to you while I would like to get somebody to share before we go. I thank you so much for your time you spent today. Every time you spend today is worth it because you are going to change not only your life, but also a life outside there. Okay. Philomena is putting up your hands. Okay, Philomena, you can share now what you want to share. Unmute and share, Philomena.
Okay. Dr. Maha, I just wanted to say something. As you were sharing about exercises, while taking these 4 products, even giving to my sister and mother, I actually was practicing 20 Varmam exercises which Dr. Raj Mohan shared, which really helped me as well, which also helped my mother to come out of a situation faster. So I just wanted to share on that 20 Varmam exercises which Dr. Raj shared. Okay,
that's called Varma Kalai.
Yes.
You see,
right.
The ancient Indians, they taught us a lot of things. In fact, where I was growing, I had a specialist for my colon. That guy in the estate, his job, he was 80 years old or 70, 90 years old. And he will, every time we go and play football, we twist our colon. You will come and just touch the stomach and the colon will be straightened out. So these guys are all very, very good, very good specialists. Okay. So all these, lot of things that you can learn about your own body and you can learn to use it. There are a lot of ways. And you can do it physiologically. What Varma Kala is physiology. You can learn psychology. So many things you can understand, guys. And before you can get an authority to teach you that, you need to learn it first yourself. Okay. So thanks for that. That is also Philomena. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Somebody said that STC30 activates our body stem cells to increase the production of new cells by 80% and boost the immune system. When your body have many new healthy cells that will make that will make will make your body stronger and high in T cells, and it will give you a better chance to protect yourself on top of the vaccine. So you are better off compared to those who have not taken SC study. This was my explanation to one of my prospects. Was a statement correct? Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. SC study protects you from vaccination also. It also protects you from the other this thing. Vaccination will give you healing crisis. Some people come after vaccination, they have issues because the body is adjusting itself. Anytime the body is adjusting itself, even sometimes people take STC30, they will have some healing crisis. So every time I will send those people who have healing crisis a special talk in Google on healing crisis. Those people sometimes they take STC30, they say got a lot of rashes in their hands and all that. So I say that's very good. Your liver is detoxifying that, and that's being released. So a lot of healing crisis will happen. And when you take the vaccination, also the body is adjusting itself because foreign body has gone into a system. So you need to adjust itself. So STC30 can help you if you are taking it regularly, even the vaccination, it won't give you a lot of healing crisis. The second dose I took, I came back, I was doing a training here. I was doing the 90-day game plan. I gave a 3 hours non-stop talk after my second dose. Okay. But after the dose, I went on, yes, I felt a bit lethargic and all that. But what happened, STC30 will help us also on that. All right. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Dr. Maha, for such an amazing presentation. God bless you. Yes, all glory to the Creator, because nothing is from me. Everything is from Him. And He gives us and we just share. So the more we share, the more we grow. And that's what I want you all to do. Don't stinge on your knowledge. Give it. Nothing belongs to us. Don't stinge on what you know. If you know that you can help someone, share that. But make sure you know the truth. The truth shall set you free. All right. So thank you so much for your time, guys. Thank you so much. We will see you again on next week. And then in the meantime, remember, every Monday we have the Tamil session. If you can be a Nigerian, you can be from UK. I know UK, a lot of Tamil speaking people. There are a lot of Tamil speaking people in Germany. There are a lot of Tamil speaking people in Norway. There are a lot of Tamil speaking people even in Holland. And everywhere there are people who can speak Tamil. So you can invite them to come for our Tamil thing on Monday. When you get one of them, they can take you to India, can take you to so many places, okay, on Monday. This Monday, I'm going to give this training. I'm going to give a training on products in Tamil on Monday because the India people are asking that for me to do in Tamil. So if you have any Tamil speaking friends, you can bring them on Monday. This Monday, we won't have SOP. We have a training session. Every Tuesday's SOP, you all know the SOP. You invite your friends to come. Always remember, community is very important. You see, when you come in a community, you give power to other people. We have been misused by the imperial guys for so many years, so many centuries, guys. They divided and ruled us. And today we are also going on the mentality of divide and rule. You are different color, I'm different color, we see we are different. You are different religion, I'm different religion, we think we are different. You are different language, I'm different language, we think you are different. You are different way of life, and I'm different way of life, we think you are different. No, guys, at soul level, we all are same. There is no this and that. We are all one pure energy of the highest. So don't divide and rule. And come, unity is in diversity. Unity in diversity. Look at the garden that you go to. There are so many species of flowers. There are so many colorful flowers. But the garden becomes beautiful because of the diversity. So enjoy diversity, but work in unity from soul level. And try to embrace anyone and everyone and give them the joy. So today in Zoom, we do that. See not the race, see not the race, see the grace. See not the color, see the grace. Okay? So bring them on Tuesdays and you can see a lot of people there. Where there is crowd, there is a crowd. Where there is a crowd, there is a crowd. One soul can come there and see, wow, so many people here. If so many people are seeing this, there is something here. So I better do it. So come because one soul is coming. Don't come there because you are not going to gain anything. You come there because to give. Very important, guys, every Tuesday. Every Wednesdays, we have a Hindi program and you can bring friends, you can Hindi speaking Northern Indians. Okay, every Thursdays in Malay. Indonesia market is not open up yet. 200 million population in Indonesia alone. In Jakarta alone, entire Malaysia, we can put it in Jakarta. So if you have friends in Indonesia, this is the best time and you can come and learn the Malay part and bring them on every Thursdays. Every Fridays, come back here and bring your friends who joined you on Tuesdays, joined you on Wednesday, join on day, come and listen to our training. That's how we have created a very powerful system for you. So work the system and the system will work for you guys. Okay. So thank you so much for everything. Okay. Thank you so much. I already covered everything for you. And I, yes, Dr. Maha, thank you. Such wonderful presentation from Qatar. Okay, guys, everything goes to the creator. Let us work together. Let us build together. All right. So next week, we will talk about SNC in depth. And then we'll talk about exercise in depth. You take all this product. If you don't take exercise also, it's no point. I do exercise every day. And I make sure at least 3 times a week, I do sterness exercise. Other days, I do the 7 minutes, 23 minutes exercise also, okay? To keep me going. Very, very important. So next week, we will do that. So thank you so much for your time. Let's unmute and say Superlife Life is super, guys, okay?
Superlife, life is super. Thank you, Dr. Maha.
Superlife, life is super.
Life is super.
Life is super.
Thank you, Dr.
Life is super.
Life is
Super from Nigeria. Life is
Life is super. Superlife, life is super. Dr. Maha, from the US.
Life is super.
Life is super.
Brother from
It's
US.
super.
Super.
Life is super.